fucking hate Noah Lyles, dog. Yo, this fucking dude, bro. Like, so I got a ton of respect for Noah Lyles. Ton of respect. But as far as like me like competing against him or whatever, I fucking hate the dude, bro.
Noah Lyles, if he was an NFL player, what would his rating be?
That man soft as hell. He's soft, bro. So I got to give bro like a 36.
What's your recruiting pitch right now to Jalen to try and lure him back in?
Oh, I'm going to hang out with Ramsey next week, man. So I'm going to get him back in
full court press.
Full court press. I'm getting Ramsey back in a Dolphins jersey. I don't care what they say, tampering, whatever. I want to be in Miami, dog. My mindset is being in Miami. I don't even got to be the highest paid, man. I just want to win ball games and, you know, just take advantage of being in this great organization of the Dolphins, dog. So
I love
the
that.
Bills, though.
Yeah.
Always. That's always my mindset, dog. I want to beat them so bad, dog.
Yeah.
We're living in the good old days. Take a look around. Ain't it funny how feels like we're in the good old days. Go and grab a cup, go and fill it up. Cheers to living in the good old days. Take a look around.
Oh, what's going on, Fanatics Fest? How we doing? Everybody having a good day so far? Good, man. You guys are in for a treat today. My guest today, a Super Bowl champ, 8-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first-team All-Pro. My opinion, one of the best receivers in the NFL. Please give a warm welcome for my guest today, none other than the Cheetah, Tyreek Hill himself. Man, that's what I'm talking about. Nice little welcome from my guy here.
That's not enough energy for me, man. I'm the energy guy on the Dolphins, dog. Let's go.
Man, so episode of the pod, Glory Daze. My guy right now is firmly in his glory days. You know, we always have to start a little bit. You know, let's talk a little bit about these races we've been hearing about off the field a little bit.
Oh.
I know you and Noah Lyles been going back and forth a little bit. You know, the race that never was so far. You know, for those in the audience that don't know, talk to me about a little bit of a rivalry between you and Noah Lyles. Talk about this race a little bit about who may be the fastest man in the U.S.
I fucking hate Noah Lyles, dog. Yo, this fucking dude, bro. Like, so, I got a ton of respect for Noah Lyles. Ton of respect. But as far as, like, me, like, competing against him or whatever, I fucking hate the dude, bro. Obviously, he's the fastest guy in America or whatever, but
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But I'm here to prove differently, dog. I feel like football speed and track speed, the track world been saying that football speed is different. And I'm like, bro, I'm here to change that narrative to say, hey, I'm a former track guy that plays football at a high level, and I'm here to say that football guys can run track. Like, we can really go to the track and really take over their sport.
Anywhere, anytime?
Anywhere, anytime, bro.
You think this race actually happens one day?
Yes, it will. The crazy part about it is when he actually said the race was canceled, we're still in long talks about contract negotiations, about time, location, and stuff like that. So looking to get it done somewhere near towards like the end of the offseason. Really looking forward to it. I've been training my tail off, man. I actually got a race next week. I'm hoping to break sub 10. My first race I ran a 10-1. So I'm just looking to break sub 10 in my next race.
I mean, that's in the track world. Do you feel like there's anybody on an NFL field or an NFL roster that's giving you any challenge?
No. Not a chance. See, a lot of people say, oh, Xavier Worthy ran a 4.2, and I'm like, no. He also ran a 10.5 and 100.
If you're going back to the combine right now, what do you feel like you're running a 40 in?
I run a 4.2 right now at 31 years old, and I'm 10 years in the league.
In the slides?
Of course, in the slides, bro, in the Prada slides, bro, of course. Oh, by the way, we must got a bunch of Bills fans in the crowd because there's no reaction at all. Where's the energy at, bro? Let's go.
He says he'll track you right now.
My guy.
I'm gonna take Reek on that one. You know, at Coffee High School in Georgia, you were in a 10.1 in the 100 meter.
Yeah.
And a 20.1 in the 200 meter. You were the youngest person under 18 to ever run it at that time. You know, do you remember that exact moment where you were like, "Damn, maybe I should be a track guy instead of a football guy"?
Hell no. Man, I played football my whole entire life, man. I was just a country boy. You know what I'm saying? I grew up on a farm, riding horses and stuff like that, and I just so happened to run a 10-1 and a 20.1. You know what I'm saying? Off, you know what I'm saying, being raised off grandma's cornbread and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, never once in the back of my head where I thought I was supposed to be running track. You know what I'm saying? Because my family, my background is all football. My granddad played football. My dad played basketball, but my whole family played football.
You know, to bring it back to the football stuff, you know, last year, tough year for you guys a little bit. Wrist injury, Tua injury. How you feeling going in the offseason and this upcoming season?
Bro, this is going to be our best year ever, man. Coach is doing a real good job of, getting guys, the OTAs, showing up to mandatory stuff. And our team is a whole lot closer. The thing about being in Miami is very hard to, get guys to actually come together and do things. But this is actually the year that, we can do something special, man. And I'm really hoping that we sign Jalen Ramsey back, dog, because he's a great leader on the defensive side of the ball. And just being able to do something special in Miami and win a playoff game after 25 years, I think that's something that he doesn't want to miss out on, man. So, Miami fans, man, can we give it up for that, man? Playoff win, dog. We got to get to that, man. That's something that, I talk to my mom about every day that, like, I take pride in that. Like, as being one of the leaders on this team, like, I not only want to do it for myself, man, but, I want to do it for the fans. I want to do it for the community of Miami, dog, because it's special to me, dog. Like, I don't know, man. It's just something different about me, dog. I just feel different. Like, I just feel like if I don't do it, I'm basically just collecting the check, and I don't want to feel like that.
No, it's more than that. You know, what's your recruiting pitch right now to Jalen to try and lure him back in?
Oh, I'm going to hang out with Ramsey next week, man. So I'm going to get him back in
full court press.
Full court press. I'm getting Ramsey back in a Dolphins jersey. I don't care what they say, tampering, whatever. But we need Ramsey, dog. He's a dog. He's one of the best corners in the league, man. A great leader, a great teammate too, though. So that's what he doesn't get a lot of credit for, man, because me and him both going on year 10, and we just need him on the Dolphins, man.
I want to take a quick break to talk to you about one of my favorite brands, Fanatics. Some of you might know me as Johnny Football, but today you can call me Johnny Fancash. Fancash is the top reason bettors choose to bet with Fanatics. Here's why: when you bet with Fanatics Sportsbook, you get Fancash, win or lose. You can then redeem your Fancash on anything Fanatics. Fresh apparel from Mitchell & Ness, rare collectibles, trading cards, and of course, bonus bets with the Sportsbook. It's a rewards program, but for sports betting. So all those bets you make, win or lose, get you closer to something awesome. Also, new customers don't miss a special welcome offer. Sign up and use promo code Glory Daze to get $200 in bonus bets when you place your first bet of $20 or more. Download Fanatics Sportsbook and get in on the fan cash. And maybe you'll get a cool nickname too. New customers only. Must wager $20 or more cash on any market with odds of -500 or longer within 7 days of account opening to receive $200 in bonus bets. Bonus bets expire 7 days from issuance. Terms apply. See Fanatics Sportsbook app. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Connecticut residents call 888-789-7777. Massachusetts residents call 800-327-5050. In New York residents, call 877-8-HOPE-NY. Maryland residents visit mdgamblinghelp.org.
You know, I got a chance to be around Mike McDaniel as my time in Cleveland. I know like how
he's weird, right?
Intricate he is. How
he's odd.
He's odd, dude, but he knows his shit. When you're
knows
talking to
shit.
Scheming, when you're in putting guys in the right position as far as the game plan goes through the week. Speak a little bit about him and how much he's been able to free you up and put you in position to be able to really succeed.
He's one of those guys that at first, like I said, he was odd. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm in year 4 with Mike now, and our relationship is great. He spends a lot of time inside of the office, you know what I'm saying, doing his thing, trying to get, us open, me, Waddle, A-Chain, just coming up with different concepts and stuff like that. I will say he's probably one of the best offensive coordinators I've been around, like one of the best minds I've been around. And the way he utilizes me, you know what I'm saying, in motions and jet sweeps and just whatever it takes to get me open. Like those 2 years I had 1,700 yards in a row, it was just, you know what I'm saying, him and his creativity, man.
1,700 is crazy.
It's crazy, bro. Like now that I think about it, it's crazy, bro. But Mike is a genius, though. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a nerd for a reason. He's a nerd for football.
Football nerd for sure.
Football nerd for
Especially
sure.
when you're playing in a position where he's moving you around different positions, inside, outside, in the slot.
Yes, and what's crazy is he sees the game through receivers. So he used to be a receiver coach, and like everything that we do is route timing. You know what I'm saying? It's route depth. You know what I'm saying? You got to be in this spot at a certain time whenever the quarterback is ready to throw. And like, I've never been like being in Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. It was different. You know what I'm saying? It was just like playground. Just get open. Pat, he'll find you. You know what I'm saying? But
Yep.
in Miami, it's timing, it's accuracy. Got to be in the spot.
You got 2 years left on your deal in Miami. In terms of being there, you got to be putting a lot of weight on making sure the time is now to go out and have the success that you guys want to have and go and make a run.
Oh, of course, bro. Like every year you feel like you're on a hot seat, man. You never can like look at your career, I feel like, as a professional athlete and say, oh, I've been great. I've done X, Y, Z, man. Like you always got to look at the next day and the next day, and you know what I'm saying, what can you prove, you know what I'm saying, so on and so forth, man. So this year, as one of the leaders, dog, I told the guys, like, it's time to change who we are as a team. It's time to change the narrative about we are not able to play in cold weather. We are not a physical team, man. So I'm tired of that narrative, bro. I'm tired of living, you know what I'm saying, behind, you know what I'm saying, like not being able to go to the playoffs and win in Miami, dog, because we got a damn good team. We got a good quarterback. We got a good offensive lineman. And we got some good coaches. And we got some good people in the community who deserve to be a part of that. So I feel like this is the year that we change all of that, dog.
Obviously a lot of talk around Tua. Me personally, as I sit here being a former quarterback, I think he's the guy for you guys to make it happen. Like I see a guy who's only continuing to get better, hopefully able to stay healthy. But, speak a little bit about him and how it is playing with him, because in my eyes, he's a top 10 quarterback in the league all day, every day.
Of course, bro. Like his QBR is like number one, but I feel like Tua has gotten better every year as a leader. Ever since Mike came in, Tua has taken hold of, you know what I'm saying, being that franchise quarterback for this team. And I feel like this year he's taking it to another level. You know what I'm saying? The first year was, getting acclimated, getting comfortable with who we were as a team. The second year was finding our identity, and we was like the number one offense. But this year I feel like Tua has really, you know what I'm saying, grabbed on to being our franchise guy. And he stepped up in ways that we all need him to step up in. You know what I'm saying? He's holding guys accountable. He's making sure guys are, you know what I'm saying, at the right spot, you know what I'm saying, for him. And he's fucking cussing out the old linemen whenever they're not protecting them. So I feel like I'm seeing a different version of Tua. And like, I remember when I was in Kansas City, this is like, bro, I used to see the same thing from Pat. It was a beautiful thing, man. So I'm just grateful to be a part of it.
For sure.
Hey, real quick, I want to give a shout out to our new sponsor, Athletic Nicotine. If you're looking for a clean, sustainable energy boost without the jitters, this one's for you. Athletic Nicotine offers the lowest dose, slow release, tobacco-free nicotine made right here in the USA. And it's free from artificial sweeteners and microplastics. Whether you're an athlete, a biohacker, or just someone who loves getting into that flow state, this product is designed to gradually lift your energy, helping you stay focused and sharp without crashing. It's perfect for shifting your mindset and keeping you in the zone all day long. I use Athletic Nicotine on the golf course when I need to lock in and take the edge off. Or sometimes I throw in one before or during a workout. It's the perfect performance tool to sharpen your mind. Ready to level up your focus? Head over to www.athleticnicotine.com/Johnny to grab yours today. Now let's get back to the show.
You reset the market when you signed your deal in 2022. As time passes, you're sitting now, you're seventh on the wide receiver money list. Are you looking at in your next deal to go and try and reset the market a little bit, or are you just taking it a year at a time and just try and do what you need to do to continue to be at the top of your game?
I mean, right now, man, I'm very grateful. Like I want to be in Miami, dog. My mindset is being in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like Coach McDaniel, the franchise, the community, they have done a great job of just standing beside who I am as a man, as a player, and to me, I don't even got to be the highest paid, man. I just want to win ball games and, just take advantage of being in this great organization of the Dolphins, dog. So, fuck the
that.
Bills, though.
Yeah.
Always. That's always my mindset, dog. I want to beat them so bad, dog.
Yeah. I mean, that's obviously a team they got up there. They've been continuing to go and make a run. How is that rivalry? Every time you guys get a chance to play them twice a year, it's got to be locked in, strapped up, and ready to go when you play those guys.
It's a great rivalry, bro, because what makes it great is the fans. Like, you never know what the fans are going to say. You know what I'm saying? So that's what really makes it great is the fans.
Before last season, you were number one on the top 100 NFL list. Now, there's obviously people doubting you. What would you have to say to all the people who doubt you that maybe Tyreek's not still at the top of his game?
I mean, shit.
Just watch?
Just watch, baby. I'm not all talk, man. I feel like I've been working my tail off all offseason, man. I I just recently did a track meet, ran a 10.15. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to do the best I can to stay in shape for fans country. And yeah, man, just watch. And if you play fantasy, I really just hope you draft me number 1 in fantasy. Even though they say don't draft me, fade Tyreek Hill, you better stay close to Tyreek Hill, man, because the cheetah is now coming back, baby.
I want to talk to you about my new favorite work boots. Sometimes when I'm not rocking athletic shoes and sneakers, I'm looking for a work boot that's both comfortable and durable. Luckily, I found Brunt workwear. They are just as comfortable as some of my favorite sneakers, but they're stronger and can withstand even the toughest work sites. I was traveling recently and knew I'd be walking through some rough terrain. My Brunt boots were the perfect choice for those long days on foot. Founder Eric Girard grew up blue collar and started Brunt after his friends in the trades encouraged him to start a workwear brand that was really built for him. That's why all the Brunt products are named after the guys he grew up with. These might be the most comfortable work boots on the planet, but they also deliver real performance on the job. Whether you need waterproof, safety toe, or soft toe, pull on, or lace up, they've got you covered. They're so confident these boots will blow you away that they'll even let you try it on the job. For a limited time, our listeners get $10 off at Brunt with code Johnny at checkout. Just head to bruntworkwear.com and use code Johnny, and you're all set. And after you buy, do us a favor. When they ask you where you heard about Brunt, please support our show and tell them that our show sent you.
You know, as you look around the NFL right now, you got to be, as being a receiver, you got to be proud of what the current state of the wide receiver kind of position looks like all the way around the league.
Oh, man, it's
the
great.
league is in good hands when it comes to wide receiver position.
Yeah.
Who are you looking at around the league, like some guys that are like, damn, that guy is just playing at a different level?
Obviously, Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Brian Thomas, those guys, man. So the league is in good hands right now, man, with all these great young talents, dog. But you can't forget about the old guys, too. Mike Evans, Keenan Allen, Devontae Adams, myself. Like, bro,
we gotta still keep the old heads with some respect.
We still, like, staying in there, man. Like, so, but the young guys are doing their thing, though. You know what I'm saying?
We're usually talking to guys who already passed their glory days a little bit or looking back a little bit. You know, you're firmly in the middle of it. You know, if you had to pick 2 of the top moments from your career that would define peak Tyreek, peak glory days for you so far, what do you think those moments are for you?
Probably first game against the Chargers in 23 with the Dolphins, and then when I played with the Chiefs, we played against the Bucs. Not the Super Bowl game, but the game before when I went for like 200 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was a crazy stat. That's what I had down here. 200 receiving yards, and the first quarter is just bonkers.
See, look, here's the thing about me. Like, I like when corners actually talk. When corners talk trash to me, I play better. When corners don't talk and try to be a fan, I'm like, I can't get jiggy with that shit,
You
bro.
just don't get down
I don't
with
like
it.
that. I don't like that, bro. Like, talk trash. Like, I'm here to compete.
You know, in 2023, you lead the league in receiving yards and touchdowns. I think everybody remembers on pace to break Calvin Johnson's all-time receiving record. In terms of, like, all-time season highlight tapes, where are you ranking that season as far as all-time goes?
Of all the players?
Yeah.
Nah, I wouldn't even put myself in the top 10, dog, because I left too many plays out there, dog. As a competitor, I feel like I left so many plays out there that I don't even want to put that highlight tape on there. Even though stat-wise, it was great. 1,700 yards or whatever, amount of touchdowns, I did my thing, but I feel like I left so many plays out there. I could have had 2K, you know what I'm saying? But
as you go through that season, you got to be pretty aware of, like, where you are stacking up game by game, kind of on pace for a record like that, huh?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like you definitely on top of it, dog, because like I said, I got a personal goal of reaching 2K, and I still got that goal to this day, dog. And you definitely keep count of it. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you look at it, like whenever you're looking at the schedule, like, okay, against Cleveland, I'm going to get 200 because they DBs so he ain't even paying attention. You all right, bro? You wearing a Cleveland jersey.
That's just one of those games you look at the schedule like, okay, we're going off on Cleveland.
No. I'm playing. Denzel Ward is great. Lockdown corner.
You know, you're talking a little bit about, you know, how you up your game whenever people are trash talking you a little bit. What do you feel like is your best trash talking story going into a game where, you know, you kind of went and showed out based off that trash talk?
Hold on. What do you mean now?
You know, we talked a little bit about you thrive off that trash talk. You thrive off people coming at you before the game.
Okay.
You got any good stories of somebody coming up to you pregame or anything, trash talking you a little bit, and you went out and backed it up?
I ain't gonna lie, boy. That bit Jalen Ramsey, boy, before he was on my team, boy, that bit that talk so crazy. That bitch gonna talk about your girl, your mama. Fellas, we know whenever a bitch talk about your mama, you just lose all train of thought. It's like, bump this game. We finna fight after this, bro. So Ramsey, man, like he probably got the best of me in trash talk, bro.
Do you hear it as much in practice now whenever you're on the same team?
Nah, we cool now. We cool now, bro, because we trying to win. But before, when it was in Jacksonville, crazy.
That was one of those games you know every time you line up against him, exactly what's coming.
It's going to be a battle, bro. It's going to be a battle. Every time you play Ramsey in a game, it's going to be a battle because he going to trash talk, he going to tackle. Like, he doing every phase of the game.
We obviously know you played with Mahomes. You got a chance to be on some great Chiefs teams. How was it watching them go on a run last year, the last couple years that they've been on, and still continue to watch him show out a little bit?
As a fan, it's great. But as a player who been there, it's sad because it's like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? They're my boys. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had a chance to be there with them boys, but just watching Pat and his growth, you know what I'm saying? Watching Andy and, like, how those guys, like, roll over there, it's a beautiful thing to see, man. Andy Reid, man, arguably one of the greatest coaches of all time, of our era, man. So, he's a dog, man.
It's probably easy to look at that like Super Bowl loss and be like, maybe that's the end of the dynasty for the Chiefs. I don't think so. I think they're going to probably be back in that position quite a lot as long as they have Mahomes.
Man, you sleep, bro. The Dolphins going to take that, bro. You just talking.
You heard it here first. Taking the AFC?
Taking the AFC. Miami Dolphins taking the AFC, bro. Don't doubt it, bro. Like, bro, we just seen OKC and the Pacers in the finals. Anything can happen, right? Just saying.
Got to mix it up a little bit. Get some fresh meat in there for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you envision that, that AFC championship going if it ends up being maybe a Chiefs, Dolphins, AFC?
Ooh.
I think that's something we would all like to see.
Well, we all know Tua is the best quarterback in the NFL. We all know that, right? So it'll be a great thing, dog. Playing against former team, playing against Andy, Pat, and the guys, Kelsey. It'll be great, man. I don't know. It'll be a very emotional game for me, dog.
We know you're a huge gamer, so we wanted to give you some players around the league, and you have to give these players overall Madden ratings heading into the 2025 season.
Okay.
Let's start with a couple teammates of yours. This is a guy who I love watching play, but what are we giving Jalen Waddle as far as a Madden rating for this year?
95.
95. All right. Tua.
That's 66.
66.
Nah, I'm bullshit. Get Tua a 93.
All right. DK Metcalf.
89.
All right, 89. Sauce Gardner.
93.
93. With some respect for Sauce there.
I like Sauce. He's nice.
Jalen Ramsey.
Ooh, 97.
All right, 97.
That's my dog, bro.
Patrick Surtain.
98.
Respect. Patrick Mahomes.
98.
Travis Kelce.
97.
Justin Jefferson.
99.
Okay.
Jay Jettas, dog.
And Noah Lyles, if he was an NFL player, what would his rating be?
That man soft as hell. He's soft, bro, so I got to give bro like a 36.
Respectable.
And the only reason he got 36 is because his speed going to be a 99.
We talked a lot about special moments throughout your career. This podcast is called Glory Daze. So we usually end all the shows asking the guests the same question. If you had to choose one word to define your glory days, what would that be?
One word. That's a pretty good question. Astronomical.
Astronomical. You heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
Well, man, more than anything, bro, I appreciate you taking the time out of your day. Everybody, give a warm welcome. Get some noise for my guy, Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
This is Glory Daze with Johnny Manziel. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day. Much love, my brother. I appreciate you.
Thank you. God bless
sir.
you guys.
Tyreek Hill, everyone. Yes, sir.